Good evening, powerful creators, creative people, interested in self-development. Hello from me, Mira. I'm a mental and emotional therapist who uses hypnosis to help business owners like you, creative people, who currently feel stuck, not very happy with their results, and need to find that proverbial self-confidence and to overcome fears, maybe confusion, to find focus, motivation, clarity, and to begin moving freely towards their goals. I do that by using hypnosis and more specifically regression to the early formative years of childhood to help my clients find the root cause, the main reason for the issue, for that stumbling block. And once they find it, to release it, let it go, overcome it. And then I use hypnotic language to code in new empowering beliefs that my client has chosen for them. And as a result, what happens is that when they restore that sense of personal power, of being within your own element, your self-ownership, so to say, then all of a sudden things begin to happen. They happen faster and they happen to a greater satisfaction, finding clients, closing deals, launching products, doing presentations. When you have that inner confidence, that inner centeredness, then everything runs smooth. When you feel good within you, you can only attract. Hello, Stanislav. You can only attract more of the same to yourself. Now, I always say the problem of every business is the mindset of its owner. And the trouble with that is that when we have identified with a certain set of beliefs, the hardest thing is to catch ourselves at what is actually the real truth, the reality, and what is the familiar, to what we have grown accustomed to. One of the main stumbling blocks, if I could give a common denominator of all of the different issues that I'm presented with and things that people come to me about, when we look deeper, there is always this nagging, nasty, consistent, self-critical inner feeling of I am not enough. That feeling of self-blame, self-shame, self-criticism has grown so familiar to us that when even the smallest thing goes wrong, not as expected, when that product didn't find the market, yes, when the presentation didn't attract potential customers, when the revenue didn't turn out to be as expected, when the atmosphere in the office is disturbed because of interpersonal conflicts, the first thing that we do is get discouraged, get disappointed, and go hard on ourselves. Now, I always say that when we have difficult feelings, the first thing we try is to push them away, to deny them, to stuff them down. We don't want to face them. And when we try to get rid of a feeling, we always fail because It's not possible to deny a feeling. The more you resist it, the more it will persist. But when we fail, so to say, at getting rid of a difficult feeling, what do? We confirm that belief. Well, I'm too weak. I don't have it. I can't even make myself feel better. This is where a hypnotherapist comes to help. What do hypnotherapists do? A feeling comes from a certain thought pattern. As I say, the habit of thinking creates a habit of feeling, which motivates or demotivates you to a certain habit of action or non-action, which inevitably leads to a certain type of results. And if you don't like your results and you go back, you'll find out that it all starts with a certain thought that creates this difficult chain reaction. And the thing is, when you have identified with the thought of, I don't have what it takes, I'm not enough, I know I'm good, but not that good, and if something goes wrong, it's because of me, that's a very weak point of attraction. That's a very weak point in which you can create, because everything that you create from that point will match that vibration of disappointment, demotivation, self-blame, self-shame, self-criticism. Now, first, let's talk about the difference between a hypnotist and hypnotherapist. Most people have misconceptions about hypnosis and what this is, because they remember those TV shows when people would come to the stage and that hypnotist abracadabra would make them quack like ducks or things like that. And of course, everybody would feel uncomfortable to watch this, thinking to themselves, well, I wouldn't like to make a fool out of myself like that, and I don't want to give control to somebody else to give to talk to me in a way which might compromise me, might put me in a very ridiculous situation. And the truth is that nobody can hypnotize you without your permission. These people who go to the stage, they already have decided to have some fun and to be part of the show. These are people who like to be the center of attention. So when they go to the stage, they willingly accept the suggestions given to them, and they don't mind quacking like a duck. And hypnotists, this is what they do. They can put you in a very suggestible, receptive frame of mind. Well, this is not everything and not the main thing when it comes to changing the way you feel, changing the way you approach your business, changing the way you believe about yourself and what you can and what you are able to achieve. When it comes to change, to personal change, it's not enough to be put into hypnosis. To be put into hypnosis, be put out of hypnosis doesn't bring any change. Hypnotists only deal with hypnotizing you, but hypnotherapists, these are people who, once they hypnotize you, they know what type of therapy to apply, how to help you, to guide you towards your personal, individualized, particular change that you are willing to achieve for yourself. So hypnotherapists help you to find out these initial patterns of thinking that keep creating these difficult feelings within you. These difficult feelings keep you in this non-action or hesitation or procrastination or different types of fears, and they keep you in a state of very, very low belief of yourself. Now, why people say that the personal change is to to begin with, a very hard thing, it's because everybody who has tried to change have faced a moment when, I have always been like that, and I don't see how I can be different, because every time when you take one step ahead, it kind of brings you two steps back. Everybody who has tried, let's say, to stay away from addiction, everybody who has tried to overcome fear of public speaking, or who has difficulties taking decisions because of overthinking, every time it's over and over again the same old story. It's because feelings are created within the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the feeling mind. It is 88%, and what it loves is to keep you within your comfort zone. What it loves is to keep you within the familiar. What it loves is for you to stay away from anything new that might be a danger, a threat to your survival, because the subconscious mind has the logic of a 3-year-old. It cannot recognize what serves you well, what doesn't. It just operates with knowns. This is known to you. You have always been, fearful. You have always been shy. You have always been so self-critical. You have always been the one who has to overthink, who hesitates, or the one who doesn't think too highly of themselves. Or maybe you have always been the one who runs out of money right when he needs them the most, or things like that. The subconscious mind will try to keep you in there, not because it wants to hurt you, it's just because that's its job, to keep you within the tried and tested and the known, so that you can survive. And it doesn't care that you want to be happy, that you want to be creative, that you want to have a successful business, that you want to step out of that comfort zone and do stuff, and that you want to feel amazing within your own skin. And personal change has to do with exactly that. How can you change the way you have always felt about you? The way you have always thought about what you can or what you cannot do? Well, you need to find within the subconscious mind these patterns of thinking that create those patterns of feelings. And once you change the pattern of thinking, the feelings will change by themselves. That's what hypnotherapists do. They help you, first of all, gain access to the subconscious mind. That means when you go into an alpha state of mind, this is when you're totally, completely, thoroughly, deeply, profoundly relaxed. This state of relaxation is the best and the only possible state in which change can occur. When you're not relaxed, when you are into fight and flight mode, in beta consciousness, running like a headless chicken, and that inner noise keeps you preoccupied, and you can't possibly change anything because you don't have access to these deep beliefs. They don't come to the surface so you can face them. You just go on automatic, you go on autopilot. When you're on fight and flight, yes, it's like it is. When you're on fight and flight, there is no logic involved, and you act on instinct and you act for survival. So that's why you will grab to whatever makes you calm down: cigarettes, coffee, sweets, because when you're on that high, when you're on fight and flight, you don't know how to calm yourself, but with something external. You're looking for something external to calm yourself down. When something in the office goes wrong, when the delivery hasn't arrived, you get worked up. And that's fight and flight. And what the subconscious mind does is keep repeating the old ways, everything that's familiar. How did you react last time? Well, you had a chocolate. How did you react the time before? Well, you got tempered and you shouted at your team people. Or how did you react last time? Well, you got demotivated, you got depressed, you just let everything, put everything away, and you closed that deal and you gave up. Well, but that's not what you want. You want personal change. Well, then you have to go back from fight and flight to deeply relaxed. And then, with the help of the hypnotherapist, with guided approach, you go and you look and you search and you find what is the limiting belief behind that certain type of behavior, behind that poor self image, behind that inability to act, behind that fear to stand up, show up, and to be there and make business and run your own show? What is the belief? Where, when, how, why did you create it? What happened in your life before that left you with that emotional impact that keeps now making the subconscious mind repeat the old record? Because every time when you begin something new, take a step forward, the subconscious mind looks for what is on the record and tries to give you all the possible information of what might go wrong, so that it prevents you from failing, prevents you from danger, saves you from danger, protects you from danger, and saves you from going through some uncomfortable experience. That's why every time when you want to go out of your comfort zone, initiate something new, there it comes, the old feeling, squeeze in the stomach, shallow breathing, headaches, uncomfortable, discomfort, physical discomfort, even lack of sleep. The addictions go overboard because the subconscious mind tries to warn you, danger, danger. You're going into a new territory, and I have on record that you failed before and you failed before. And what if you make a fool out of yourself? What if you run out of money? Don't invest. Don't do that, because that might cost you. Stay where you are. But that's not what you want. And when you go in hypnosis, when we do the regression, when we find those previous experiences, we clear them up from their emotional impact. Of course, you're not going to forget what happened, but we change the interpretation, we change the meaning, we change the perspective that you have on it. And we change the way you respond when new situations provoke you, when you get worked up. No longer will you identify with the old response. That's our job. And when people say that change is hard, that personal change is hard, they do so because unless you find the root cause, the belief, the paradigm behind your issue, you can't get rid of it. No matter how hard you try on conscious level. Conscious is where your logic is. You understand what the problem is. Conscious is when your willpower is. But what is willpower? That thing that's never there when you need it. Your decision-making ability is within the conscious mind, but they are only 12%. Logical, intelligent, focused mind, 12%. Lovely. But what about the other 88? That's the feeling mind, the one that keeps all the record of what was before, what used to be, and how dangerous it might be for you to go ahead. Who do you think is going to have the upper hand when 88 vote against 12? This is when you have conflicting beliefs about you. This is when you lose your personal power. This is when you feel less than enough. This is where you are hesitant, overthinking, hard on yourself, in self-blame, in self-shame, when you're really down and out. What does your business need? Just the opposite. You have to be resilient. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be so flexible every time to bounce back when challenges appear, and you have to be able to look at challenges as opportunities, right? Well, There is an inventory that is needed to be done here, to go back, to go within your own memories, experiences, emotional imprints. What happened in your life? What created your self-image? And once you change the root and the central issue is the paradigm. Once you change it, the belief, then change is not hard. In fact, with regression, with hypnosis, it happens instantly. You know why? Because your awareness is instant. I always refer to that like a personal aha moment you get, like when it all of a sudden becomes clear to you what have you identified with that has never been you. Because we are born like clean slates. Every baby is like open and ready to receive and to mm, take in information, and it depends who did you grow up with, who raised you, the people who loved you so much. Yes, we're scared because that's what we saw how the people who raised us were scared, and so we looked at them, because we always look up and say, oh, mom, are you okay, mom? Because if you are okay, I'm okay too. And when we observe them, maybe it's not yes, what will happen after, because the experiences that we went through, we were observing how the adults around us were coping or not coping, and then we made conclusions, we made beliefs. Oh, so this is what happens when you grow up. All of a sudden you lose your job, all of a sudden your business collapses, all of a sudden money runs out, and you don't know how to where is the solution and the exit. And with beliefs like that, you have identified, but they are not yours. And when you see that, when you see it for yourself, that's liberation, that's empowerment. That's the moment where you disidentify from what you used to believe in. And I always say, when we address an old issue with a client, I always say, this old issue is simply, from now on, is simply what it used to be. It's outdated, it's outgrown, it's out of your life forever. It's never coming back. It's like the water from the shower that you took yesterday. You can't find it anymore. And when you impact this on the subconscious mind, it accepts it, because that's what it always does. The trouble is when people find personal change hard is because they don't know how to change the tape. It's not possible to change the tape on a conscious level. You can read hundreds of books. You can go to seminars. And mind you, most of the seminars nowadays are very much concerned with working also with the subconscious mind, because it has become more than clear. Personal change only happens when it happens also on subconscious mind, when it includes all levels of mind. And my point is that in order to have your business running smoothly, you have to make sure that the building blocks of your mental emotional system are serving you, that they give you a good feeling. How can you recognize if you are in shape, if you are within your power? Well, when you approach a task at hand, you feel calm, cool, collected, focused, confident, and you love what you do, and you do what you love. This, of course, we're human. It's not possible to keep at all times, because we still have a lot of internal programming that disturbs that lightness within, that freedom within. But you can learn to manage your own emotional state. And this is what we do in the 3 months program that I have. When we start working, it's not only that we go and we change beliefs and we give you new awareness. It's also I give you tools and techniques how you can bring yourself back from fight and flight, alert, danger, worked up, down to calm and cool and within your self-ownership. Going to run a business without having the emotional maturity and having the tools and techniques to bring yourself into balance is like going to the front line without having weapons. It's like, shoot me. That's absolutely impossible. That means if you want your business to run smoothly, you have to work upon these three things. First, your self-confidence, your feeling of self-ownership. I like myself. I have what it takes. I'm secure enough to carry out my intentions. Second, you have to have a check. What are my beliefs about money, people, my abilities, about the business, about the market, about what makes the world go around? What are my beliefs? Are they making me faithful or making me doubt? First you make your beliefs, then your beliefs make you. How can you recognize that you have a belief that is not supportive of you? That belief will make you feel miserable. That belief will give you difficult feelings on a constant base, day in, day out. You might have short moments of breakthrough, but then again you go down on yourself again. You feel more less than productive and more of self-sabotage. It's like when I'm alone with myself within the four walls of my home, there is always something that I'm thinking that is bringing me down. That's a belief that's not supportive. When you are really clear and clean of all the emotional baggage that you have taken on from the people that you grew up with, you will feel light on the inside. You will feel free. You will feel within the present moment. And when challenges come, of course, there's going to be some turbulence, but immediately afterwards, you'll come back to calm, cool, collected, focused, and very, very happy about who you are. You will be your own best friend, your best cheerleader, the greatest fan. When was the last time you felt like that? Why? Because of these automated, unproductive, old mental patterns, thinking patterns that keep running. It's the old record playing. And you listen to it thinking that this is you. It's not you, it's your programming. And hypnotherapists help you get rid of that programming, change that record, that CD, and start feeling differently about yourself within your own skin. Because the stronger you feel about you, the stronger your business will grow. You are a walking magnet to opportunities, to people, you also to money, because what is money? Money is energy. And I always explain this with different vibration points that different feelings carry within themselves. I believe there is a scale of emotional scale, and the neuro scientists, they have measured the frequency at which we energetically vibrate when we feel different types of feelings. And there was this scale like at zero. We start with absolutely very low feelings, like absolutely depressed, and then there comes sadness, and there comes anger, and there comes some disappointment, and then slowly we go up the scale, and then we reach a level in which we're calm, and then we go to elevated, and we go to hopeful, to enthusiastic, and the highest on the scale is love and above. And when you have unproductive, limiting beliefs about who you are, about what's possible for you, what is available for you, you are kept within that low frame, low frequency, low scale. And by law of attraction, like attracts like. If you want a business that's successful, that brings you satisfaction, that grows, expands, that is a very high emotion, because think about how would you feel once this happens. You will feel exuberant, happy, joyful, and that's very high on the scale. But right now, you're like, I don't have what it takes. I failed the game. I'm not good enough. Who is going to be interested in what I have to offer? Look at how things are. I'm not good enough for this. I'm not good enough for that. Well, there is not a match, is it? And this is where hypnotherapy is very, very helpful. It helps you raise the bar so that it reaches your expectation. Where do you want to be? How do you want to feel? And where is the problem? Which belief wouldn't let you feel like that? Because, beliefs are yours to change, and they are changeable. Neuroscience has it proven that the mind is very, very moldable. That means flexible, changeable. Your mind wants to change, your body is willing to change, but they just need direction. Hypnotherapy helps your mind to receive a new direction. And it happens by you and through you. You are the one who changes you with the right direction, because you know best. What have you been through? Nobody has lived the life you lived. That's your life. I mean, you had your experiences. I always give examples to make it more clear. Let me think of example that I haven't mentioned recently, because I just jumped from one to another. Well, the latest that I had was about a girl who her father was drinking, and she was working upon a feeling of I'm not good enough with me, and she went into regression. And she went into a scene where she says, father is drunk, and he raises a hand to hit mom. And I'm terrified, and I'm in the corner, and I want to save my mom. And I want to go and, do something, but I'm terrified. I'm in the corner, and in that moment, with all the feelings that I go through, like fear, and then also anger at my father, but also shame, because I don't feel like I can do something to protect my mom. And at that moment, I ask her, okay, what is the belief that you create at that moment? And she says, I am weak. I have no voice, and there is nothing that I can do. I'm helpless and I'm hopeless. And then I let her know that this hopelessness and helplessness is learned by a lot of us in childhood, because a child is very dependent. A child is really not able to initiate any change. It's very age appropriate to feel helpless and hopeless. But then I made her repeat after me, this child there in the corner, feeling helpless, hopeless, and rejected and shameful. This is not me. It might have been me, but it's not me anymore, because I'm not 5. Nowadays, I have a voice. Nowadays, I have something to say. I have something to do, because I'm a grown up, I'm an adult. And what we did, we upgraded and updated this child so that she could gain her self-ownership back. Because that's the most important thing, to empower yourself, letting go of this infantile, childish part of you that even nowadays continues to live within you, even though you are grown up, you already have grown physically, intellectually, your social experience is so much richer. Yet on the inside of you, there is an emotional part that still feels like back then. We are adults walking around like wounded children within us, and hypnotherapy helps you to deal with that, heal the child within, and do that instantly and do that quickly, save you years of going to seminars, reading books, and going to conventional therapy, because regression gives you the opportunity to find your own files and to remove, replace, and to extinguish and eradicate and exterminate what no longer serves you. And again, still remembering the traumatic events, but not referring to them in the same way and not sustaining the same old beliefs. And I always say, from that moment on, it's no longer going to be appropriate or necessary, and not even remotely interesting for you to think the same thoughts and to feel the same feelings and to believe the same beliefs that you had as a child. And that's at the core of the transformative work. And what this has to do with your business? A lot. People buy from you, they buy from the person that you are. People have to like, trust, and connect with you as a business owner. And mind you, who you are is radiated from you by the minute, 24/7. Everybody who gets into contact with you gets what level you're vibrating at, even without you speaking. It's something we feel, and people get attracted to people who feel they have something to offer, and that what they have to offer is a real solution. And people get attracted to people who radiate self-ownership and also taking decisions within your business will take absolutely firm self-belief and a very unshakable faith about what do you believe is available to you. Your ability also to manage your emotional life, your personal life, not allowing personal life to affect business decisions. That's also something that you can master. They say the subconscious mind is so powerful, but I believe that the subconscious mind is simply a tool, and you can learn how to use it. It's an amazing replaying mechanism. It's like a tape recorder. Whatever you put in, whatever you record on it, it keeps playing back to you until you change the recording, and everything changes. Now, I always care to make my lives a little bit more practical. They are informational, and they need to be informational so that we gain insight and we have an understanding, because understanding is a game changer, and it's also a perspective shifter. But I also very much believe in transformation. I don't want us to get stuck in the point of getting information and being starved on transformation. This is why I would love to finish this live with the last 10-15 minutes with a real practical exercise and giving you a taste of what it really feels to go within, to go relaxing. I think this is the art that we all need to learn, the art of relaxing. And, I told you that the mind is moldable, flexible, and it's a muscle, it's trainable. You can train yourself to relax even while you are in action. And that's the most important thing. I remember one Olympic Games winner, gold medalist, was interviewed and was asked, tell us about what really helped you achieve this record. I mean, it's amazing. What was the main thing? How did you manage to? And the thing he said, well, I trained myself to remain relaxed while in action. For a business owner to remain relaxed while in communication, to remain relaxed while taking decisions, to remain relaxed when looking at the results that are far away from satisfactory, to remain relaxed when bank accounts don't look the way they should, to remain relaxed when economic circumstances change overnight, to remain relaxed. When you're relaxed, you can exercise the power of focus, the power of intelligence, and the power of creation that you have, your potential. You can put it to work for you. But when you are into fight and flight, mind you, that is not a productive state. It's like a headless chicken running in the backyard. So I would love to for you to relax, to find a comfortable position, put a pillow behind your back, maybe put your mobile phone on silent, and just give yourself the gift of these 10-15 minutes when we're going to practice together the art of relaxation. And this is not something that you can practice here and now. You can take with you, and you can remember now how your body feels, how your mind feels when you are relaxed, and you can bring yourself back into the same position, into the same state, into the same feeling every time when you feel like you need it. Now, we shall begin by looking up, rolling your eyeballs up as if you would like to look in the base of your eyebrows. It looks like that. Just for a moment, turn your eyeballs up, look into the base of your eyebrows. Keeping your eyeballs up, take a deep breath. Keeping your eyeballs up and exhaling a couple of times, and you'll feel your eyes straining a little bit, and you'll feel like you want to blink, and even blinking beginning, and that's good. That's a sign and a signal that you're giving yourself permission to relax. Closing your eyelids now, relaxing your eyelids all the way down, all the way down so that they close down, right down. The moment your eyelids close down, all the muscles within your eyes and around your eyelids begin feeling droopy, drowsy, very, very loose. Allowing your eyelids to relax now a little bit more and a little bit more. Relaxing the muscles around your eyelids. Allowing this gentle sensation, this wave of relaxation to begin, flowing down, 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 relaxing the facial muscle, and all the way down, dropping the jaw, unclenching the teeth, nice, loose, and calm, and comfortable, relaxing, releasing, and letting go. Letting go of the tensions of your day. And as you have your eyes closed so nicely, so tightly, so comfortably, it's easy for you to imagine, visualize, picture, or pretend your own hand writing on a blank sheet of paper. as you putting down in words, I give myself permission to relax. And you can even see yourself reading out of a book that says the same. I give myself permission to enjoy this moment of timelessness, gifting myself with that feeling of nice and loose, calm and comfort. And that powerful decision and that wave of relaxation now continues to move all the way down the shoulders, down the biceps muscles, down the elbows, lower arms and wrists and palms and fingers. Nice, loose and calm and comfortable. Relaxing, releasing, letting go. And down through the solar plexus and the stomach muscles, all the upper, middle, and lower back. There is this feeling now of releasing, relaxing, letting go. Down the legs, the calves muscles. Every breath allows you to feel more deeply comfortable through the ankles and the toes, letting go of everything that is different from relaxation. And every time when you breathe in, feeling the cleansing refreshment of that air, that oxygen entering you, traveling through your body all over you, bringing healing, peace, and harmony to every cell, every fiber of your body, increasingly aware of your deep, natural, inner sense of peace. If you would listen, you could hear your mind, that space between your ears now becoming and remaining very, very quiet. That's right. Nice and loose. Calm and comfortable. Every thought passing by is gently invited to go into your treasure box and remain there patiently waiting if you should need it. At the end of that time that you're making for yourself, because you so deserve it, to be nice and loose, calm and comfortable, relaxing, releasing, letting go, knowing that this is a state and a feeling that you can create not only here with me, you can take it with you every time when you find yourself in a situation which before would have tried to make you go out of your balance. All you need to do is now take a deep breath and see, hear, feel your hand writing on that blank sheet of paper. I give myself permission to relax, peacefully calm, serenely relaxed, naturally tranquil at all times, no matter what the situation around. In fact, the harder the situation around, the deeper, the more profoundly relaxed I become and remain. Allow yourself now to feel the difference. What does it mean for you to become and remain peacefully calm, serenely relaxed, naturally tranquil? That's right, doing great. And as you remain in that state, look at yourself from beside. If somebody is watching you from beside, what would they see? What is one quality that you are having now that makes you so beautifully, peacefully relaxed? Remember it. This is who you really are. This is who you're meant to be. This is a very productive state. In a relaxed state, you are much more aware of your thinking patterns, feeling patterns, and you can exercise the power of choice. What thoughts are you going to put your faith into? Thoughts that are serving you, that are supporting you, that are making you feel lovable, acceptable, capable, enough. Because this is who you really are, truly, really are, and always has been, always will be. Choosing your thoughts carefully, choosing your beliefs about you carefully, because once you make your beliefs, then your beliefs make you. Exercising the power of choice is always much more effective and easy when you're peaceful, calm, serenely relaxed, naturally tranquil. And you know, choice is different from decision. Choice only happens on the level of action. And you are taking action in the days to come, in the weeks to come, in the months to come, to choose to become and remain peacefully calm, serenely relaxed, naturally tranquil by choice. deliberately, on purpose, because you are a victor, not a victim, a powerful creator, creating a powerful image of yourself to begin with. And as you remain relaxed on your mind, repeat after me and invite those affirmations to turn into your deepest convictions with every next breath that you take from here forward. I am enough, just the way I am. I am lovable, just the way I am. I have value. I have something to offer. I am secure enough to carry out my intentions. I'm letting go of my childish perspectives about me and the world. I have grown up. I'm a powerful adult now. I love and respect myself in every way, and it shows. And with this feeling now, beginning to slowly, gently come back up to complete awakening consciousness, feeling the same you but totally different, feeling empowered, recharged, feeling in complete self-ownership, liberated and free. 1 and 2, beginning to stir and to move. Taking a deep breath, 3 and 4, feeling great, feeling awesome, feeling relaxed, calm, cool and confident, believing that you are capable. 4 and 5, eyes wide open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes wide open, wide awake, completely non-suggestible state. People usually don't like it when they have to come back because it's such a relaxing experience to be in it. I wish for you a very, very pleasant, calm evening. And I'm inviting you to also join my Facebook group where I do weekly Facebook lives with meditations like that. I'm going to post it here, and that group is in English, so feel welcome. And until next time we meet next week, same time, I would love for you to write to me in the comments what are the most frequent challenges that you are facing in your office, in your business, in your team. What is it that you would like to be different about you, within you? What is the transformation that you are looking forward to? Because I can include that in my topics, in my conversations with you, and we can take it from there. Wishing you a nice evening and talk to you soon. Bye for now. It's been a pleasure.